Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Fires to the big fella. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Dogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Motion from the wideout. On the ground, it's Frazier. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Right back to the well. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Nice move to keep running. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Leaves it with the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Stockton. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
That's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Behind the line, it's McLaughlin. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And how about the rough starts for these offenses? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early. First drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Offense gets set for 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Bulldogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss. Wants to return it. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. After the break, they'll go back to work. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Tight end now in motion. The run to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Noles moving quickly to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Quick release by the QB. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Caught in the backfield. It's Davis. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Play call there, guys. Third down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up fourth.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Defense not showing press coverage. On fourth down, looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Offense in a bunch formation. The give to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down and brings up third down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gets the back moving. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
Let's go, break.
Snap in the shotgun. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Holmes. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. So now it's 2nd and long. The DBs will back off a bit. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Got his man out of the backfield. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Sometimes it's not about fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Motion from the back. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's McCoy. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Looking for room. It's Holmes. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll immediately call timeout. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it. In the 2nd half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
To throw, it's Castellanos. Floats it out in space. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down, they give it back up now to their offense.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Here's the handoff. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The lone back's got it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
He's got it again. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to do it here in the 1st half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield. It's White. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
They'll ride Davis here. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. Despite coming up short on the previous 2 fourth-down attempts, this offense will try it here again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Release to the back. Holds it in, the first down and more. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
To the air, it's Castellanos. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's White. Can't get him to the ground.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Off the play fake. Dances away to buy time. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Noles in the hurry-up.
These kind of QBs put a lot of pressure on defenses. You think about it, it's so easy to roll him out to the left, a little bootleg action. Does he run it? Does he throw it? I got to cover the pass. I can't just give up the deep ball, and then he chews up a bunch of yards really quickly. It's so hard on defenses.
They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The give to Davis. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Makes the catch. It's McLaughlin. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quickly to the flat, wide receiver screen. Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a 1st and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. To start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davis. Touchdown Seminoles! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Who knows? That might be all it takes. This has been a defensive battle. Both offenses struggling mightily to execute anything, but they were able to put a nice little drive together. Their yards have been very difficult to come by. They found a way to get it done, and finally here in the 4th quarter, they're able to put some points on the board.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Makes the catch, it's Frazier. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Looking to pass, it's Stockton. Bringing the heat. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Fires it down the seam. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit.
Makes the grab plenty for the first down. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. And the Dogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Frazier. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Fighting off the defender. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They've got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to them at any time.
That defense is about getting off the football. And that defensive line can be disruptive, get in the backfield right away, and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays. It can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Caught behind the line. It's dealt. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out.
Sneaks it in.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So that drive covered 40 yards. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Here's the pressure. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The pull and throw off the RPO. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. A little release to the back. Showing off the arm. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. He torques one deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Quick completion to the right. Touchdown, Florida State. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making checks. Motion from the wideout. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Rushes on him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the... He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep. And
he lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. At that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He wants a big play here late. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything.